Come on in here. We have quite a few things to discuss, okay? We have quite a few things to discuss before the end of this year. Come on in here. Come on in here. As you are coming in, comment level up in the chat. Hey, y'all. Comment. I'm going to come to Nigeria. Hey, y'all. As you are coming in here, comment level up in the chat. Level up, level up, level up. Because there's a few things on the list. Y'all know whenever I come in here with a checklist, it means it's time to get down to business. Okay, we have a couple things that I cannot let you finish this year. I cannot let you finish this year without checking off these things on the checklist. Yes, come on in here. So let's go ahead and pull up the list. And y'all, wait a minute. Go ahead and share this live. Thank you so much. Go ahead and share this live with at least 5 or 10 people on your list because we don't want to level up alone. Okay? We don't want to level up alone. We want to level up with our community. We want to level up with our friends. We want to level up with our family. So share this live out with 5 people on your list. Go ahead and share. Click the little airplane. Select 5 people. Let's get them in here because we don't want to level up alone. We have to make sure that we look out for each other, that we look out for our community so we can all make next year the best year. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the list. Oh, it's not showing up on my phone, but that's fine. I already have it here on my computer. And we are going to pull it up just like that. Oh. Comment, can y'all hear me? Comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. Because I had to get the level up checklist. Comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. And let's get into our level up, y'all. Comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure. Okay, I see you commenting yes. Comment yes in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, good. Yes, 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 yes. All right, y'all. So let's take a look at our level up checklist. Now, I kept it short and straight to the point so that we can get on these items. Before we go into 2025, there are a few things that we need to make sure we close out the year with, okay? Number 1, your BOI filing, okay? You need to file your beneficial ownership information form. We're gonna get into it. Next, we need to set those projections for 2025, okay? We need to set up 2025 being a fantastic year monetarily, and the best way to achieve your goals for the following year and for 2025 is to make a list of your projections. I want you guys to comment the word projections in the chat. Comment projections in the chat. So the way that you're going to achieve the goals and the money that you want to make for 2025 is to project and go ahead and calculate from now the money that you want to make in 2025 and how you're going to get there. Comment projections. Next is your daily routine. Excuse me. And the last thing on your level up checklist is to be your biggest fan. Now let's get started with the first thing on the list. No. Close the door. Rahima, go out. Thank you. When mommy's finished, we can color together. Thank you so much. Close the door. Thank you so much. Girl, if it's not one thing, it's another. Okay? Me and my 11 kids. So, first thing on the list is to file your beneficial ownership information form. Okay? File that BOI. Now, here's why this is such an important part of your level up process. Let's go over the guidelines, okay? And I'm going to stop sharing for a second so y'all can see me. Let's go over the guidelines for your beneficial ownership form, okay? Here's the first thing you have to understand. You must file this beneficial ownership form by January 1st of 2025. So it is due in a little more than a month. Now, here's what I want you guys to understand. If you have formed your business entity or created a business entity this year, there's two different deadlines, okay? If you are someone who created a business entity before January 1st of 2024, then you need to file this beneficial ownership form by January 1st of 2025. So if you've had a business since 2020, or if you've had an entity filed since 2021, then you need to file your first beneficial ownership filing by January 1st, 2025. So let me make sure y'all are really picking this up. Let's go to the website so you guys understand. Again, if you are someone in here and you've had an LLC since 2019, you need to file your beneficial ownership report by January 1st of 2025. You have 30 days. If you are someone who filed your LLC for the first time this year, in general, you have 30 days from the date your LLC is approved to file your BOI. So let me repeat these again. If you had your LLC before 2024, you need to file by January 1st, 2025. If you just formed an LLC this year, this is your first year having a business entity, or you added a business entity to your portfolio, you need to file within 30 days from the time your LLC is approved, okay? So I want you guys to see the site where you're going to file. This is FinCEN, Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. This is where you're going to file your beneficial ownership information form online, okay? Now, let me make something very clear right now. Y'all know me. I'm going to always be honest with you because I love you and I want you to win. Do not, and I mean do not, pay anybody some ridiculous amount of money to file this for you. Don't listen to somebody, oh, pay me $5,000. Don't get scared by the fear tactics. You can file this on your own. I know people are going to be putting this in a course. I know people are going to be putting this in a program. I know people are going to be saying, oh, pay me $500. I'll do it for you. Respectfully, no shade to them. Everyone has to get their money. But y'all know me and trust me because I'm always going to tell you the truth. Do not pay anybody's $9.97, $29.97, $4.97, $3.97, whatever 97 to file this for you. Don't do it, because this is the website where you can do it on your own, okay? You can do this on your own. Now, the only exceptions, if you have multiple LLCs, maybe 5 or more, you can pay your CPA, you can pay your lawyer, you can hire a qualified person to do this, but please don't fall for the marketing tactics trying to scare you into paying someone on the internet to do this for you. Please don't do it. Don't do it. And y'all know I'm a creator. I sell courses. I have a whole consulting business. Don't fall for it, because I'm telling you right here and now, you can do this on your own. Okay? Now, here's what you want to understand. When you go to this site, the important thing that I do want you to understand are the penalties, right? So this is all about you leveling up before 2025. This is a part of our checklist. In order for you to fully level up for 2025, you have to get these items done, okay? There is a penalty up to $500 a day and a maximum of $10,000 if you are late on this filing. That's just the fact. Don't let that scare you. It is just a fact. So what are we going to do? We're not going to be late. We're going to be on time. Okay, everybody comment be on time in the chat. Because to avoid the fee of $500 a day or up to $10,000, what are we gonna do? We're gonna be on time. And that's why I'm letting you guys know this a month in advance. If you had your LLC created before 2024, go and file your BOI by January 1st of 2025. Don't even wait that long. Do it this week. Let's get together and do it this week, okay? If you formed your LLC this year, you are supposed to file your BOI within 30 days from your date of formation. Now, if you've already missed that deadline, that's okay. Don't panic. You may not have any fees and fines because this is the first year that this has been enacted, but you should immediately go and file this. Now, let me see if there's some questions. A question that I received earlier is, well, what if my LLC is like inactive? I'm not using my LLC. Here's what I would say to this. File anyway. Because what we don't want to do is assume that it's okay and then not file and then run the risk of getting this fine. Because here's my whole theory about this, right? And you guys may, if you've been following me for a while, maybe you've heard me talk about this a few months ago. I believe that this is a cash grab. This is a new requirement that, in my opinion, has not been properly marketed, and millions of people are not going to know about this. And who are those people? Probably minority-owned businesses that look like us. Black women, minorities, mothers, etc., right? Businesses in the community, low-income businesses, right? Businesses who haven't hit a certain revenue. And so as a result, they're betting, and this is my theory, right? They're betting and banking on the fact that hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are not going to know about this rule. They're not going to, that's why I say you need to share this. They're not going to know that there's a $500 per day fine. So let's just do a little bit of cute math. So let's say if 100,000 people who have an LLC don't know to go file their BOI, and they get the fine of $10,000. 100,000 people times $10,000 is, how many zeros is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's $1 billion. That is $1 billion just in fines. And there are millions of Black-owned businesses. There are millions of minority businesses. There are millions of entrepreneurs who have an LLC that they may not even be using. Some of us here on this call have an LLC that we started, I don't know, probably back in 2018 and forgot about. So if we were to 10x this number, 1 million people getting a fine of $10,000, this is trillions of dollars that we're talking about going to this agency. So as a result, we are going to look out for each other and we are going to be on time. So if you have an inactive LLC that you haven't used, you don't even remember about it, file your BOI, and then you need to immediately dissolve your LLC. Let me make sure you guys understand. Going into 2025, we're not going to carry any dead weight. If you have an old business that you haven't used, that you haven't done anything with, not using it doesn't mean it goes away. You have to dissolve the LLC. I want you guys to comment the word dissolve. Let me make sure this is really permeating. Comment dissolve. You have to dissolve the LLC. That's the only way that it's no longer existing. But if you just stop using it, stop filing taxes, stop reporting, it never made any money, that doesn't actually make it go away. You still have to dissolve the entity. So as a part of our level up into 2025, we're not going to go into 2025 with any old businesses, with any old LLCs, with any unclear documents. Either use it or dissolve it. Use it or dissolve it. And if you're not sure what the status is of it, file your BOI just in case, because we don't want that fee. file your BOI just in case, and then double back and dissolve the entity. Now, let me tell you guys this. If you are not sure that you have a business entity, if you are not sure that you have a business entity, you can contact your Secretary of State, give them your name and information and address. They can run a search for you on if there are any LLCs connected to your name, connected to your contact information, so that you can double check. Okay, this is a great step for you to take. If you're not sure that can I do a rent giveaway again? I really should. And I might just do that for the end of this year. So stay tuned. But as I was saying, if you're not sure if you have any old LLCs, contact your Secretary of State. They can run a search on your contact information and let you know if you have a business entity that you've created but haven't used. Okay, so that's something that you really want to do. Now let's repeat the rules of this BOI one more time. Thank you so much. You're going to file this at finson.gov. Do it right online. You can file. It's already open for you to file. It's an online process. It'll take you about 15 minutes. Doesn't take a very long time. And all you're doing is updating your contact information. That's what this is all about. So the first thing on our checklist, right? This is our 2025 level up checklist. The first thing on the list is to file your BOI, your beneficial ownership information form. We have 30 more days to get this done by January 1st, 2024. If you formed an entity this year, you need to go ahead and make sure that you file for this year. You have 30 days to do this, okay? You have 30 days to do this. Now, the next thing, we want to set our projections for 2025. So now that we know, boom, we're going to check off this BOI. We're going to make sure we clean up our business entities. We're going to make sure we get our business bank accounts established. We're going to make sure we go into 2025 with this thing handled. Let's also set some goals for how much money we are going to make in 2025, right? Now, let me look straight at you. So let me remove the background. Setting your projections is just like setting your intentions. The only difference is your intentions are your positive hopes, your goals, your dreams, and your projections allow you to see it in hard numbers. Your projections allow you to take your intentions, your dreams, and the vibe that you want to curate for 2025 and actually turn it into a realistic outcome. I want you guys to comment in the chat, what would be your goal revenue for 2025? What's the goal? Do we want to make, is this going to be your first 6-figure year next year? Is that the goal? Are you trying to have your first 7-figure year next year? Is that the goal? Are you trying to make your first 250K next year? Comment your amount in the chat. Let's go ahead and put this money energy out here. What is your goal number for next year? Is it 100K? Is it 400K? Is it $1 million? What is your goal number for next year? Is it 50K? What is your goal number? Thank you so much. The website, it's right here, finson.gov. All right, let's see. Okay, 250K for the first time. Hey, what is up? 80K, I love that. 200K. Yes, Gina girl, making your first $1 million, period. Yes. 500K, love it. So all of these can happen. Every single one of these. I don't want you thinking that any goal is too big. Remember, I made my first $1 million in 2021. And in 2020, I was on EBT, driving DoorDash, living at my mom's house. So, like I always tell you guys, whatever your current situation is looking like this year is not an indication of what it's going to look like next year. You may not have crossed 20,000 this year. Next year, you still can cross 2 million. Everything can change just like that. And what is going to help that happen is for you to intentionally set these projections. So what I want you guys to realize is the number you are lining up, right? 100,000, 250,000, a million, whatever the case is. I'm going to use 100,000 because the math is very easy mentally. So if your goal is for next year to hit your first 100K number, first thing we want to do is break this down, not just in terms of the dollar amount, but we want to break this down in terms of the customers. Okay? Again, I was broke, on EBT, driving DoorDash, divorced, living at my mom's house in 2020. By April of 2021, there was $1 million in my account, cash. I want you to understand where you are right now is not indicative of what's going to happen next year. This is your 2025 level up plan. And just because your bank account is looking like it's looking right now does not mean your bank account can't completely 100x next year. Okay? And so the first thing is to set these projections and do this formula I'm about to show you. So your goal is to make 100K next year. Instead of looking at it as a dollar amount, we are going to reverse engineer this and look at it by the number of customers. So number one, $100,000 per year in 12 months, okay, lets us know that we need to make a little bit around $8,000 per month, okay? 100,000 divided by 12 is about $8,300. Now, let's take this a step further, okay? I want you guys, and only you would know the cost of your product, but you are going to set your projections based off of the cost of your product that you sell to your customer. So if your goal is $100,000 and the average cost of your product is $75, let's just say, then we want to set up our projections by looking at how many people do we need to purchase this $75 product. So let's go back to our equation. Let me turn this around. So we want to make $100,000. Let's put in 100,000. The cost of our product, 100,000 divided by 75, lets us know that we need 1,333 people to purchase our $75 product. Now let's reverse our math again. So 1,333 people spending $75 equals 100K. Now, so we know we need 1,333 people. Let's divide that by the number of months in a year. So divided by 12. Okay, we need 111 people to purchase per month. Now, let's divide that by 30. You need about 4 people to purchase your $75 product per day. Now, I want you to really, knowing who you are, knowing that you can do this, knowing that you are that girl, knowing that you are that man, if we have some fellas in here, knowing that when you put your mind to something, you can do this. I want you to comment in the chat, I can do this, if you know you can get 4 customers per day. Comment, I can do this in the chat if you know you can get 4 customers per day. Sometimes we get distracted by the number, right? Even if your goal is $500,000 per year. But if your average cost of your product is $200 divided by 200, that lets us know we need 2,500 people to purchase for the year. 2,500 divided by 12. Let's get the daily number. So if you want to make $500,000, you need 6 people to say yes every day. 6 people. So now that you know your numbers, this is how you're going to lay out your projections. You are going to plan out your activities for January, February, March through the end of the year, what are going to be the types of content that I create? How many people am I going to DM? How many businesses am I going to go visit? How many calls am I going to make? What are going to be my marketing strategies to get me my 4 people per day? I am not going to bed until I get my 4 people per day. When I came out with my Business Credit 101 course back in October or November of 2020, it cost $15. At the time, my goal was to make $10,000 a month. I knew that $10,000 a month would mean I could move out of my mom's house. It would mean that I could get a car. It would mean that I could take care of my kids. So I knew that in order for me to sell a $15 product and get to $10,000 per month, let's do the math, I was going to have to sell about 650 of this product. So I divided that by 30 per month, divided by 30. I knew I was going to need to sell at least 22 people per day. I did not go to bed until I got my 22 people. And that same $15 product is what made me my first $1 million. So whether your product is $20 or $200, the key is do not focus on your revenue for next year. Instead, focus on how many customers do I need next year? Because we have to switch it up, right? We are taught to look at things only in terms of money. And yes, we do want to make $1 million next year. But what is going to help you get to that million is to break that down. And instead of saying, oh my gosh, I need to make $1 million, you need to go to, I need 3,000 people to say yes. I need 5 people per day to say yes. I need 10 people per day to say yes. And this allows you to approach your business with a customer-focused mindset. Because when you have a customer-focused mindset versus just a revenue-focused mindset, you're going to get the customers that you're looking for. Because if you're saying, I'm not going to bed until I get this 4th yes, until I get this 4th person, then every single day you're going to divide your activities up. All right, my first couple hours of the day, let me get this 1 sale. Next set of hours for the day, let me get my 2nd sale. Next set of hours for the day, let me get my 3rd sale, and boom. And here's why you cannot lose, right? Think about the fact that you're going to have multiple platforms. So you are needing to make 4 sales across Instagram, TikTok, Etsy, Pinterest, YouTube, if you're on there, Facebook. Sometimes we are telling ourselves or making ourselves think that it's only one platform that's going to make you this money or one strategy that's going to get you these customers. But if you are using schedulers, like I teach you guys, if you are strategizing and posting on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and maybe also Facebook, and you have your product on another platform like Etsy or Amazon, depending on what you sell, you mean to tell me that between all these platforms, you don't think you can get your 4, 5, 6, or 7 sales per day? I'm here to tell you right now, you can do this. You can do this. So again, your projection setting for next year, we know how much money you want to make. Now we know how many customers you need. So if your, again, product is $100 and you want to make $250,000, $250,000 divided by $100, that is 2,500 customers. Okay, let me show y'all. 2,500 customers. Divide that by 12. That is 200 customers per month, 208. Divide that by 30. That is 7 customers per day. So the only distance between you and your $250,000 business is 7 customers per day. And here's where it also gets a little spicy. Let me make sure you guys understand something. So when I'm writing the business plans for my clients, okay, you guys know I have my done for you fully funded package. So when I'm writing the business plans, the biggest leverage and the biggest area where I'm able to have an effect on their projections is the number of transactions. Because you immediately double your business revenue by getting your customers, giving them a reason, giving them enough value to buy twice. I want you to comment double your sales in the chat. So this is why looking at your projections is important, because when we start planning your year like we're doing right now, we know you need 7 customers per day or 5 customers per day in order to get to your number. But what if you could have those same 5 customers purchase twice? What if you can build out your product in such a way where they get it the first time and it's excellent, they love it, value, and then they can also come back and get it again? Maybe there's another drop if you sell candles. Maybe you host an exclusive class if you're a yoga person. Maybe you drop the next version of your course or the next version of your ebook. Maybe you have some sort of event. So when you adjust the number of transactions per customer, not just the number of customers, but the number of transactions per customer, you immediately are in position to double your revenue. So when we're planning out what this year looks like for you, this next year looks like for you, you're listing out what are you going to sell, what are your products going to be, what kind of events do you want to launch, how do you want to revamp for next year? What you need to be looking at is how can I make the value that I provide even better so that one customer will come and buy twice. Because if you get those 7 people and they come back again, you immediately have doubled your business without doing anything else except providing more value, giving a great product, releasing another launch. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? Comment got it in the chat if you got it. So, filing your BOI, setting your projections for 2025, right? Using this calculation to look at your revenue, not just as how much money, but instead how many customers. Your 6-figure business means 7 customers per day. Your $1 million business means 10 customers per day, depending on how much your product costs. Now, you doubling your revenue looks like, how can I get those customers to come back twice, maybe 3 times, maybe 4 times, right? And then we start looking at other models like subscriptions, the whole 9. But for the first bit, I want you to set a level of intention for what next year can look like and back it up with the numbers. The biggest thing that I want you to know is that you are not far away from that first 6-figure year, from that first 7-figure year. You're not that far away. And when you decide to make it a non-negotiable that you will not go to bed or you will not take your foot off the gas until you get your X amount of customers per day, that becomes your baseline. But sometimes we don't know how many customers we need, so we're just running the business off of vibes instead of running the business off of data. I am not getting off of here, or I am not giving up until I get this customer per day or this customer per week. You are so capable. Now, what this also leads into is you having a clear and consistent routine. Because if your goal is going to be 4 customers per day, 5 customers per day, whatever the case is, then that means, right, let's go back to our list. That means You got to have an organized day. We got to have a routine. We got to have a routine that can allow for you to consistently show up in a way that allows you to win. You have to be able to consistently show up in a way that allows you to win. Now, the best advice I can give you for a routine is what I do for myself. And it all comes down to prepping at night and getting ready in the morning. So the night before, you need to lock in. Everybody comment lock in the chat. Comment lock in. Okay, we don't pay attention enough to how our nights are quite literally the foundation of our days. Your night is the foundation of your day. How you treat your evenings is how your day will go. So your lock-in period at night, you have got to be, number one, have a little routine, right? So for me, it looks like a shower, skincare. I mean, I got the kids too, so we're gonna talk about the kids, but right now, this is just you, okay? Just focus on you. Your shower, your skincare, my tea, my vitamins, affirmations, high frequency music, okay? And writing down what I want to achieve the next day, even if it's just 3 or 4 things. So let me repeat, hygiene, shower, skincare, whatever the case is, but the main parts are a nice hot drink to settle your system, your vitamins, your affirmations, writing down your intentions for the next day, and some high frequency sounds. Okay, some rain, some 432 Hz, some 777 hertz, okay, high frequency sounds. Y'all's days be so crazy because we be falling asleep listening to Drake. We be falling asleep listening to trap music. We be falling asleep listening to TikTok. How are we gonna have a good day when the night before it's somebody cussing on the sounds, on the music? And listen, I love trap music too. But you have to be very conscious of what you're putting into your psyche the night before in order to wake up and have a great day. I love Kendrick Lamar's new album. But if you're going to sleep listening to mustard, if you're going to sleep listening to Kendrick Lamar yelling about somebody, because we know he's angry and we love him. I love Kendrick, but we know he's upset. If you're going to sleep listening to that vibration, you're going to wake up with that vibration. So we got to make sure that we control our environment at night. Hot tea, good for your digestive system, your vitamins, your affirmations, setting your intentions, right? Writing down, tomorrow I will achieve XYZ, 3 or 4 things, and some high frequency sounds. Okay, save the Drake, save the Kendrick, save the, I don't even know any other artists, save them for the next day. Okay, let's not put that into our spirit before we go to bed. Or some gospel music, like whatever works for you. Go to bed with an elevated consciousness, an elevated energy. Okay, now coupled with that, in the morning, when you get up in the morning, water and apple cider vinegar. Reviewing your list for the day. What are you going to be working on? Speak life into yourself. First thing in the morning, say something kind to you. First thing in the morning, say something kind to yourself. First thing in the morning, tell yourself, you are amazing. You're about to have a great day. Everything you want, you will have. You deserve a fantastic life. God loves you. You are that girl. You have been that girl. First thing in the morning, after you drink some water, before you check your phone, speak nicely to yourself. Put some respect on your own name. Encourage yourself to go out and get this day going. And tell yourself how many sales you're going to get that day. I am amazing and I am going to hit my sales goal. I am amazing and I'm going to do a great job running my business today. I am a great mother and I am going to be a great mom and hit my sales goal today. You have to speak those things because your brain, right? Your brain receives that information. The first thought, words that come out of your mouth in the morning become implanted as law in your brain. I'm not being dramatic, y'all. The first things you say out of your mouth, your brain takes it as factual for the day. So if you come out in the morning and are like, oh my gosh, I am not good at running my business. I am not good enough to do this. I am not going to make this money. No one likes my content. Well, guess what? You have just made that your law for the day. That is how powerful our words are. That is how powerful your intention is. So the first thing in the morning, speak life into yourself. Even if you don't really believe it, sometimes we wake up and it's just not our day. Don't allow what comes out of your mouth to be a curse on you. Don't curse yourself before your day even starts. Tell yourself, I am capable, I can do this, I am great, I'm gonna have a wonderful day. This is my time, I'm gonna hit my sales goals. I'm that girl. And let's get into it. So your night routine and your morning routine are so important. That is what is going to set the foundation for you to hit those daily sales goals, for you to hit those monthly sales goals, for you to hit these revenue numbers, for you to be that girl in 2025, for that to be your year. Listen, we're doing this. Okay, especially my ladies that are in here, my moms that are in here. We give so much to everyone around us. We give to our husbands, we give to our partners, we give to our kids, we give to our friends, we give to our parents. Give to you. Your gift to you is leveling up. It's putting yourself first. It's having a night routine. It's speaking kindly to yourself in the mornings, all day, but especially in the mornings. It's hitting those goals. It's telling yourself, I'm going to get my 4 sales per day. I'm going to get my 10 sales per day. I'm going to do what I need to do today. Because I deserve the life that I want. Because I deserve to feel good about myself. Because God put me here to do amazing things. So I'm going to show up and show out. Because God does not play about me. So I'm not going to play about myself. Hype yourself up. And let's get this money. Okay? Because there's way too much money. Listen, you guys know I just finished my passive income challenge on Friday. It was excellent. Chef's kiss, amazing. And not just because I'm the one who was teaching it, but y'all, we already have people who have started to make passive income, and the challenge just ended on Friday. One of our ladies, LaConti, I believe is how you pronounce her name, she went out of town over the weekend, came back on Sunday, and saw that her Etsy store had already started to make money. And we just finished the challenge on Friday. So in 2 days of implementing, she's already started to make passive income. I want you to comment, I'm next, in the chat. Because like I said, the only distance, right, between you and where you want to be is very, very small. It's just down to you executing and taking the steps and saying, you know what, I'm going to do it. Remember when I told you guys about this 4 customers you need per day or 7 customers you need per day, depending on your revenue? Remember that you can achieve this through multiple platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Etsy, Pinterest. Between all those platforms, you can absolutely get your 4 sales per day, your 5 sales per day, your 7 sales per day. It's all about strategy. It's all about systems, automations. And before any of that, it's about you believing in you and telling yourself that you are here to get it done. You got this. You're capable. You're qualified. You are that girl. You are that guy. If we have the fellas in here, you got this. If she can implement in 2 days, you can too. Okay? Yes, honey, lock in. You can do this too. Yes. So now, you know, the challenge is all recorded, which is fantastic. So you guys can still access the recordings and get lifetime access to the recordings, the bonuses, the whole nine. So what I would say is, after I get off this live, send me a direct message with the words passive income, because it's not available in my bio, but send me a direct message with the words passive income, and me and my team will get you access to all 6 days of the replays, because I'm telling y'all, it was magic in that room. Another lady already has her ATM machine contract getting signed. Another lady is already making money with her digital products. Like, it's real. And that's because you deserve it too. So when I'm telling y'all that you're about to level up, right? Let's look at our level up checklist one more time. We're going to file these BOIs. We're going to get this beneficial ownership information form done. We are going to set up our projection. So you want to make $500,000 next year? Excellent. You will. And how you're going to do it is to determine how many customers you need per day. Per day. For some of you, $500,000 is 7 customers per day, or 11 customers per day, or 12 customers per day. You are going to set your business up in such a way where you have it working for you on multiple platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Etsy, Facebook. Between those platforms, you are definitely going to hit your sales goal. You are going to have a daily routine that is so tight, even the biggest hater can't mess up your daily routine, because you are locked in with yourself. You're going to be your biggest fan. Even somebody trying to intentionally ruin your day, they're not going to be able to ruin it, because you are locked in every night. What was it again? Tea, vitamins, affirmations, set your intentions, high frequency music, positive sounds. In the morning, we do our prayers, we drink our water, we speak life into ourselves, and we affirm that you are going to hit those daily sales goals. First thing in the morning out of your mouth, I am great. I am qualified. I am going to hit these numbers. I am going to grow this business. I got this. Even when it gets hard, I got this. Even when I feel discouraged, I got this. Even when I'm not sure on the road ahead, I got this. Even when someone says no, they don't want to buy my product, I still got this. Because for every no, it's getting you closer to a yes. For every rejection, it's getting you closer to the acceptance that you're looking for. It's just a redirection. Okay? Level up. This is our level up list for 2025. And there's a few other things on it as well, but I wanted to make sure that what we talked about today is your beneficial ownership, your projections, your routine, and speaking life into yourself. Let's get you this passive income. Let's get you this money. I want you to DM me, send me a direct message with the words passive income, so we can get you access into all of the replays of last week, so you can start making passive income too, grow your business, and get this money. All right, y'all. I gotta go get with the baby. He's been waiting for me so patiently. I gotta give him some milk, but I am so excited for you. I'm very proud of you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will see you guys in my next live tomorrow.